This is actually Hanocha. It's not built in Mugi, it's built in Mugi, even though it's found in the Sefer Amar Malukit. And we had this in the beginning of the previous Maimer, that Yonatan told David HaMelech, tomorrow is Rosh Chodesh, and you will be remembered and recalled at the table because your place will be empty. Through the nullification of the receiver, that's the idea that his place will be empty. Through that becomes about the remembrance above. In other words, through whoever the receiver is, whether it's Klal Yisrael, whether we're talking about Malchus Datzilus, when Malchus, when Knesset Yisrael is in a state of bittul, that causes us to be remembered, and like it was in the simple sense that by David HaMelech's absence from the meal on Rosh Chodesh, that itself brought him to the memory and the consciousness of Shaul. And the same thing means this has to do directly with the idea of Rosh Chodesh as well. That from Rosh Chodesh we also go from a state of bittul to a state of remembrance. Through the complete concealment of the Levana of the moon on the day prior to Rosh Chodesh, to such a degree there isn't even any point of light. It's completely dark. Through that, what happens on the morrow, it's Rosh Chodesh. And Chodesh is from the word new. It's a new moon. It's the birth of the moon anew. The idea of the birth of the moon is the union of the sun and the moon. What happens when the moon gives off light? It's because the light of the sun is being reflected from the moon. So that's a union of the sun and the moon. And the spiritual levels, it shows on the spheres above, joining with Malchus, Yichud Kutubrichu Shchinte, Yichud Zav and Nukva. It's all the Yichudim El Yoinim that caused the Hamshachas to come down here. So we see that bittul is the key. Through bittul, through lack, through missing, that brings down the Hamshachas and the Yichud Shimshe V'Sira. What does that mean in our avoida? In avoida, it means that through the makabel, through the receiver being in a state of bittul, that causes a renewal. So there should be able to be the level of renewal. It has to come down and be brought down from a level that's higher than Seder Ishtalshus. Just like it will be in the future, that there'll be a renewal in the creation, because it'll be brought down from the innermost level of Atik Yom. Because, as we're soon going to explain, that this is the difference between the Hamshachas of Mashiach's time versus all the time. Everything that's brought down now is only from the external level of Atik, Mashenkin, as opposed to the future time Mashiach comes. Atik Mamish will come from the innermost level of Atik, which Atik is already Pnimius Akeser, so it will be the Pnimius of the Pnimius. That's why it's associated with the idea that we say that the Yidden Asidim Leschadish Kamoisam, that the Jewish people will in the future be renewed like the moon, because the true and complete renewal will be like in Mashiach's times. Even though the Rebbe says in our Avodah we have that renewal now as well, but the ultimate renewal will be in Mashiach's times, because we will have from this very high level the level of Primis Atik Mamish. So the Rebbe says, if that's only when Mashiach is coming, so what does it have to do with us? So the Rebbe, as he always emphasizes, anything that happens in Mashiach's times, we need to do something like it at this moment. The revelations of Mashiach's times are dependent upon all the avoida, all the actions that we do throughout the time of Golus. Therefore, the birth of the new moon on Rosh Chodesh, that's about a newness, a new hamshachah. It is similar to and likened to what's going to be when Mashiach comes, that we will be completely renewed, getting from the Hamshach of Pnimius Atik. Similar to what's explained in the Medrash in Chadoshim Lebekarim Rabba Munasech, says, new for the mornings, every morning we are renewed. How great is the faith and trust that we have in you, that you'll return our soul in the morning. But on a deeper level, our faith is fed by the newness of the day. The fact that a person is renewed every morning. As a new creation, he gets up new and revived, and like Hine Rabba Munasecha Shu Dugmu Tchias HaMesim Shakadosh Baruch Hu Mechayeu B'Tal Tchia. It's similar to Tchias HaMesim, that Hashem will revive the dead with the dew of the resurrection. So Rabba Munasecha comes about from Chadoshim Lebkarim, from every single morning us being new. That is something that we will give us an insight into Mashiach's times. So our every day that helps us understand Mashiach's times or realize Mashiach's times. So we find that even though Mashiach's times is above and beyond, we can have a similarity to the experience of Mashiach's times, even now on a daily basis. In a similar vein, even though the ultimate renewal will be with Mashiach's times, because it's going to be the level of Pnimius Atik then, which we don't have that Pnimius Atik revealed at all now. Still in all, every Rosh Chodesh we have a renewal similar to the renewal that's going to be when Mashiach comes.